For most people, SEO is all about being top of the first page. Now, not everyone can be at the top of the first page, obviously. So if you've done your best in SEO and you're somewhere on the first page, and maybe that's as far as you get, then you need to think about, concentrating on how well your particular snippet looks on the page, because once you are on the first page, it means you're one of 10. And you've just got to make sure that your snippet looks much more interesting than everybody else's. It doesn't have to be at the top of the first page, even if it's down towards the bottom. If it looks more interesting, if there's something interesting about your snippet compared to other people's snippets, then chances are they might still click on you. So this idea of using star ratings in the snippets, we've mentioned it before. This is purely a plugin, a WordPress plugin that's doing this. In this case, the one I'm using in the example you can see here is using a plugin called KK Star Rating. Bit of a mouthful, but it's a useful little plugin. And if I look at this live, you can see here we are, KK Star Rating. It gives you an example of what it does and how it works. And it's basically using Google's own technology, which is why those stars are displayed within the snippet. Now, something else you might be eligible for is Snippet Images. Back in the past, Google used to have something called authorship, which they developed and then suddenly dropped overnight. That meant that you could have a photograph of yourself displayed in the search engine results, and so that disappeared many years ago now. Now, there is a sort of replacement for that, but instead of just having a picture of yourself, let's say you've got a recipe site. For every one of your recipes, you could include an image, and that image could be displayed directly in the search results, as you can see here. However, as it says in the last bullet point here, it's purely up to Google as to whether or not they display the image. So in this case, I've gone to Google, I just typed in cheesecake recipes, and if we go down here on these three here, as you can see, there's a little image of the finished product displayed directly in the search engine results. Again, if you want to do this via WordPress, there are numerous plugins to allow you to do this. But the big problem is that for many industries, Google just won't display it. It's quite easy if you're a menu website, they'll display it then. But if you're doing, industrial widgets or something, pretty unlikely they're going to display pictures of your industrial widgets or whatever it is. Upcoming events. This is a nice one, and it's very easy to do. In my case, as you can see in this example here, I just typed in SEO Training Perth, and there was an advert, then my homepage, then the next result here was actually a page listing the next run of courses. Now, the way I got this to display those courses was simply to use the Google Search Console. Within the Google Search Console, you'll find something called the data highlighter. There is no programming required, and it's a very, very simple click, 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 set it up, and then forever and a day, providing you keep the format standard on your website, every time you change the courses, add some new courses, they can all be displayed in the snippet as illustrated in the screenshot there. Remember to promote your documents and your videos as well. So do remember, if you've uploaded some videos, that you can generally control the thumbnail that's displayed. So, really put some effort into having a nice thumbnail that's going to improve the click-through rate for you.